Good morning. It has been my honor and privilege to serve as trustee on the Financial Council for the past 7 years. At my first meeting, I was taken by the fact that I tend to take for granted in things that work well in my life and that are always there for me. I was amazed at the amount of work and oversight it takes to keep the church in good financial condition. in the good financial condition that we find today. We all know that there is no guarantees for churches to survive or thrive. Fortunately, under the leadership of Father Mike, we have seemed to be on a healthy path to accomplishing some of his visions, as well as keeping the church financially stable for the future. The parish primary source of income is the weekly offertory and holiday collections. Other ways in which the church receives money is through donations from baptisms, funerals, weddings, and religious educations. We also run 2 fundraisers, the Tricky Tray and the golf outing. Finally, we receive individual donations. Some come with special requests, others with general miscellaneous purpose. This week and for the next 3 weeks, Father, along with fellow parishioners, will talk about stewardship and commitment. Today, there is one thing I would ask from my fellow parishioners, and that if you are not already using the offertory envelopes, that you would please do so. If you have not received the envelopes in the mail or are new to the parish, please contact the church administration office so we can enroll you. Currently, more than 25% of our parish families are not using offertory envelopes, which makes the Financial Council and Father's job a little harder when it comes to planning future budgets. The next question parishioners should have or could have is, where does the money go? Part of that is easy. Simply stand in the middle of our parking lot, turn in a 360-degree circle, and you will see the many buildings, including this church. At some of our meetings, we have our resident roof and lighting expert show up, and he enlightens us about the peaks and valleys and the megawatts it takes to keep the church going. For those in the room that don't know who that resident expert is, he's the fellow in the corner. With the cost of the buildings comes the liability of property insurance, auto maintenance, utilities. There are some general costs for the administration, copiers, computers, the such. Last but not least is salaries and benefits. While the parishioners are very generous with their time and talent, we maintain a steady staff of people who serve in a professional position to provide services for the parish and the community. I will end and wrap up my time up here by just telling you a little bit about our fall council meeting. Eleanor, our bookkeeper, will present us with next year's budget. As in the past, there will be some modest increases with some of the items that are out of our control, which of course we will approve. We also know that things will change in the upcoming years. Some of our oldest and generous parishioners will leave. We will also have some unforeseen event that nobody planned for, but will cost a great deal of money. I think we can all relate to that. With Father's great passion for the church and his wisdom for the future, he has only charged me with one request to ask of you, that when you sit to renew your stewardship commitment for the weekly offertory, that you will only give what you can comfortably afford. I thank you for your kind attention, and thank you, Father, for all that you do.